Yo everyone, Mango here, and welcome to another video for the online trading card game Shadow Era. And so let's see, today, instead of watching myself play, why don't we go ahead and take a look at some of the people who are actually good at this game. And so right now we're going to take, you see here we got the best score. It's a combination of winning games based on your rating. So basically it's your rating. Let me see, I think it says it right here, right? Your rating times your opponent's rating divided by 100 will give you your score. So the higher rating you have and the higher rated opponents you beat, the more your score is going to go up. So it might take some time when you first get started out because you start out at 0, but you climb really fast in the beginning. You'll end up, as a new player, I say probably end up somewhere in the 200 to 250 range. But then over the next couple seasons, you could probably push your way up to 290, 300, 300 plus, depending on what you're playing and how quickly you learn at the game. But I was I think I was like 230 or something last season, and I think I was able to push it up to somewhere around 280 or 290. And so you could push through the season if you wanted to. It just gets a little harder as the season progresses. But so let's go ahead and take a look at, let me see. TJ Inevitable is at the top here and the best score at the time being. So let's see. So he's got a record of 75 and 30. And see right here, all I had to do is click on games, that little games button that came up by his name. And here we go. So let's see if we can find a match with him against someone else of equal or close rating. Let's see, 277, that's pretty close, and that's a mage. Usually that's not good for a moonstalker. Let's see, with 250, 250, 273, segundo, 302, 60. So not that many equally or as high rated opponents. We saw he lost here to a lance. So why don't we see how he lost to a high level lance? Because that lance is almost 280 rating at the time. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I kind of want to see a match between him and someone of almost equal, something around 280 rating. So let's see what happened here. So Moonstalker's special shadow ability, if you don't know, for 3 shadow energy, you get to go stealth. So you hide, you can't be attacked, you and your allies can't be attacked. Alright, so he's a turn 2 Blood Moon, and Blood Moon, it's just for 3 turns at the end of your turn, you get to draw a card, as long as you don't have stealth. So he can't activate his ability while that's in play. But that's just fine, that's not a big deal. Ooh, Dreadwolf comes out. Okay, Dreadwolf. So Dreadwolf has haste, and whenever he deals damage, you see he gains 1 base attack. So he came in with 1, but because he dealt damage, he was able to go up to 2 attack value. Let's see. Oh, Sword Thief. Okay, so Sword Thief shuts down the wolf so he can't attack or defend. So that's how he's able to come in and deal damage and get rid of him. So at this point, it kind of looks like it might be uh, just too good a start for him to overcome. But we'll see what happens. And then he plays the... Oh no, Stun Turret, that's what got him. Stun Turret is an item for 3 cost. You play it out, and then you get to utilize it to remove passive abilities. Moonstalker's Stealth is a passive ability that he grants to his allies. So that right there, I mean, that's what staved off him being able to make any kind of comeback right here. I mean, that was a pretty brutal card to see at that point of the game. And I'm guessing Chacon only has maybe 1 or 2 of them. So it's just bad luck for Inevitable that he happened to have one so quickly. But let me see, he was able to clear out that board there. But, I mean, not keeping the Red Riding Hood, or Dark Riding Hood, was actually a big deal because that actually buffs up all of your Woven allies by +1 attack. So not having that stick around really did hurt. And there goes the Dreadwolf. And you see now he's just behind the 8 ball here. He's got his opponent has 2 allies down. His opponent has a full stock of shadow energies, so eventually he's going to be able to drop an ally and haste it in. He's got a Crusher of the Weak coming down. That's pretty nice, but that ally is going to die. There's just no way that ally lives. Yep, well, he has an Ankle Breaker, so you can be able to deal 2 damage to him and then finish it off with the Braxnorian Soldier. And the terrible thing about this is that that item, the Stun Turret, has 2 uses, so even the next time Inevitable decides to hide, he's going to get screwed over because that thing's just gonna take away the hiding ability anyhow. All right, so he decides to pull back to Crusher again. That ally, the Shaman, it's only 2 cost ally. It's pretty weak, doesn't survive very well. Oh man, and we, yeah, you see this here was just everything that Chacon needed to have early game to really shut down Inevitable's, attempt to try to make a comeback. He had it. Usually rogues will run 3 or 4 of the stop thieves, so you're not that surprised to see one early. And I'm guessing Chacon was probably thinking to himself, you know what? I bet this guy is running Wrath of the Forest for draw because it's not that uncommon to see. Ooh, Eris Fate Weaver comes down. And he's at 8 shadow energy. So you see here he's going to be able to make that ally hasted so he can take turns this action. He comes in and hits for 5 right to the face. Ouch. Woo. And so at this point, it's just kind of inevitable that he's going to lose. Oh, inevitable. I'm sure he'll love that. Another Wrath of the Forest comes down. Another Blood Pack Shaman comes down. He's going to pull back. What is he pulling back there? He already pulled. I think it's only the Dreadwolf he has in there. Because the only thing you can't bring back is another Shaman. So before, back in the day, you used to be able to have this. Oh my God! Damn! Anarchic looting destroys all items, even your own, and you get to draw cards equal to the number of items destroyed, up to 3. So yeah, this was just bad from the get-go. I mean, there wasn't really anything he was going to be able to do about it. It just sometimes the games just go exactly against you, and you don't get to do anything about it. And I'm guessing that Inevitable probably doesn't have many ways to get rid of a lot of big allies, so he's kind of at a disadvantage anyhow when he doesn't get to have that really strong start and deal lots of damage. Oh my God, another one. Jeez. Okay, so we got to see how that one ended. So we're gonna go ahead and just leave that. But since we know Inevitable is the top there, we're just gonna search him. So this is how you do it. You just type in TJ in Nevi. So I could type in Inevitable, but he's the only one with a name like this, so he should pop up. Okay, let me see. So seeing a lot of higher mages. Let me see Inevitable. Let's see the Woven battle between Samu to Death. He's almost 270. All right, so hey, that playmat don't actually look too bad. And see Samu to Death ready to play with. I'm guessing he's gonna be using some of the new cards like Ballista, things like that. But it looks like it went in Inevitable's favor here. So let's see how this turns out, how we got there. So he decides to play his Shaman down turn 1. His opponent didn't have any plays turn 2, so he figured, what the hell, I'll just go ahead and play this out. Oh, Insolent Pump comes down. Nice. So that's another new card. It comes in. It has a haste. Uh, but if you deal damage with it, the turn you summon it, it goes right back to your hand. So you see here at the end of his turn, it just goes right back to your hand. It also can't be targeted by any of your abilities, so you can't play it out and then buff it up to deal more damage, which is good because Shadow has some pretty good buffs, and that would be kind of brutal to have that available to you. So it's a pretty good balance. If you happen to leave it out, just play it and not deal any damage with it, then it won't. Oh, look at we get to see the eye in play. All right, cool. So you see that what he did there is the eye for 1 durability. When you utilize it, it allows any allies that you summon that turn to attack an opposing a targeted ally. So if you happen to summon like 2 allies out and you use that, it'll both of those allies will attack the targeted ally. So it is a card that some people are saying we should probably take a look at because it's a bit on the strong side, and they might be right. I don't see it as having any terrible weakness. I mean, unless you have item destruction to waste on it, you're kind of screwed. And I don't know if you really want to waste your item destruction on it, because eh, when you have Wrath of the Forest or something other more important that you'd want to get rid of. Say, oh, so all right, so the Dark Riding Hood comes in and steals a card. Whenever you deal damage, you steal a card. You saw when that big ally was summoned, he actually was able to target an ally of cost 3 or less and exile it. So you remove it from the game, send it, so it's not even to the graveyard. Boom! Look at that game was over fast. Wow. Okay, so I mean that just woo, that was a total beatdown. Okay, so let's see what we got. So we got TJ in Nev. God damn it, in Nevi. Okay, so let's search one more time. TJ and Nevi. Oh, come on. My connection. I'm looking at my connections fading in and out right now. This is all me. No. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Alright, so we got TJ, Inevitable, and let me see. Sammy to Death he wants. Randy Easy. For some reason I read that as Easy Taco. I want to get rid of those extra letters. See that? Look at that. Easy Taco. Let me see. So let's see. He beat. Let's see how he beat Easy Tarako here. I mean, that is a almost at the same level again, almost in the 280 range, and that's kind of what I'm looking for. And so let's see what happened. Because usually mages tend to be too fast damage-wise, dealing lots of damage before you can reach your goal as a Wolven player. But he was able to take him down here, so I want to see how exactly it happened. And the torn apart mat actually looks really nice. The mat down here at the bottom. I kind of like that. I don't think I've seen it before. I don't think I have it either. I don't think I've purchased it. All the mats and sleeves you purchase with in-game currency called shadow crystals. You can use those to purchase pre-built packs or booster packs or sleeves and play mats. So let's see. And turn 3. So he's got his Eternal Troll down. Or she. I don't know who it is. I shouldn't be making assumptions. Eye of the Dark Forest comes down. Okay. So that seems to be just an awesome play turn 3 because whatever you play on turn 4, you know it's going to come in and get some value for you. But he does have the Phoenix Uragon. Uragon, actually, whenever it dies, it comes back as a 3/5, and so it's got like 2 lives to it. Ooh, Heavy Ballista. Will he hide here? Yep, he hides. So he doesn't want the opponent to attack into him and wear down the durability of that weapon. So that's why he went ahead and decided to hide. And I'm kind of starting to see what happened here. It doesn't look like Tarako. Oh, no, there's the draw. He's got a bad Santa. He decides to go ahead and pop it. And usually, you don't like to play bad Santa too much, but as a mage, it tends to help you out because you're able to feed into so many of your burn. So you see here, he decided to use that, activate it to kill off the troll. Only once, because the troll you actually have to kill twice in one turn in order for it to be dead. So here he does finish it off with the Now You're Mine. And so just remember that if you kill the troll once, it's not gonna go away. It's just gonna return. So you could do something like tidal wave. You could do something like supernova, and it'll live through it. So that's why it's a good ally to keep to have on your side as a mage because you can do supernova. It'll die, but it'll stay on the board. So you're always able to keep one ally on the board. Kind of the same with the Phoenix Uragon, because when Phoenix Uragon dies, it actually comes back again. Wow, look at that! Another bad Santa fills up his hand. Let's see what he has to play for 3 resources. Got a Rampant Krygon. Okay, so he's gonna go ahead and come in with the Krygon. It's gonna die, but he's trying to get some as much face damage as he can on his opponent because he wants to be able to use burn spells. Usually you want to try to get your opponent down to somewhere around 15 health because then, I mean, you can have maybe 3 supernovas, the 5 cost spell where you deal 5 damage to all allies, and so you can just, supernova, supernova, supernova 3 turns in a row, and then you win the game. And see there, he played that ally. That ally there comes in with haste and actually came in. Oh, nice. So he got to double swipe that ally because it came in with haste, and then he was able to use the last durability of the eye to activate him again to attack twice. So that ally wasn't able to stick and deal any more damage. And you see, if he would have, now he would actually be looking at 10 health instead of 13 because that ally would have been alive and would have hit him for 3. But also, the thing to check out is that Ballista here, when an ally with a cost of 4 or greater enters play, that ally and the Ballista gain 1 attack value. So you see now it's at 3 attack value because he just summoned this ally that has 4 cost, and this ally has 3 attack value instead of 2. Oh, we have Subdue coming down, so that's going to shut down some attack value. We have a Fireball going to the face. Maybe should have. No, I'm sure. I think I probably would have went for the Dark Riding Hood, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say which way is the right way. I don't think either way. I don't like the fact that I can't, because you get rid of Dark Riding Hood and then this ally will drop down to 1 attack value. Oh, and so he stole a bandit. All right, so he's at 8, and let's see what he has here. So he's going to utilize his ability. You see, the ability isn't good enough to kill off the Riding Hood here, unless he has a Lightning Strike. Whew, playing more bad Santas. Got a fireball. See, now he used the fireball on a 1 health. That wasn't worth it. And he already sustained more damage the turn before because he didn't kill off that earlier. So I think that was probably the one mistake that he made in this game that probably ended up swinging it to Inevitable's side. Well, let's see what Inevitable has here. So he has Crusher of the Week coming down. And really here though, I mean, Taranko still has the game because he could still just play a Supernova and a Lightning Strike or a Fireball and a Nova or two Fireballs and he'd have the game. Oh no, heck, even here. Oh, he's got the Nova, but at that point, it's game. So he didn't even have the ability to get a draw in the end there. I still think he probably should have fireballed the Dark Riding Hood when he had the chance. But you know, you live and you learn. I don't know what he had in his hand, so it might have been the best choice at the time when he did that. You know, I can't say for sure. I just know for myself looking in, I think I probably would have did that because it would have saved you. It would have saved you what, 4 5 damage, 4 damage at least. Anyhow, all right. So that was a look. We got to take a look real quick at 3 games from TJ Inevitable playing Moonstalker, who seems to be making a little bit of a comeback with the Ballista coming into play. And so thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna not play any games myself. Just go back to the campaign screen. Uh, Moonstalker though, so I guess the one thing I could do, let's just take a real quick look actually at some of the cards that he was using. So some of the newer cards anyway. So let's find Moonstalker. All right, there's Moonstalker. And let's check out the weapon. So let's go. We'll go to item. And we go to subtype. We'll check out the weapon. So you could at least see the ballista, because that was one card that was kind of going on, but you didn't get to really see it. Okay, so here's the ballista. When a friendly ally with cost 4 or greater is summoned, heavy ballista, and that ally gain +1 base attack. So you see, that's how he was able to buff this weapon's attack value up. And don't forget, this is attack value, this is durability value. Every time it's used in combat, this gets decreased by 1, unless there's something else in play that says it is decreased by more. But that weapon was staying in play much longer than it should have, just because he was also playing this guy. Watch. I don't think I mentioned it when it was happening, so I want to make sure I show it to you. Alright, so we'll do ally, we'll switch to Woven allies. This guy right here, Woven Tinker. When this guy is played, weapons you control gain 2 durability. So he was able to keep that ballista alive, around longer by playing a couple of these guys and buffing up its durability. So he's able to constantly use it in battle. And so that was a part of him being able to win the game as well. And so I think and then he played this guy out for double value with that item. I'll show you that item too, actually. So remember, this guy has haste, so he came in, deals damage on the turn he's summoned, but then at the same time, you're able to use the eye to activate him again to deal double damage. So let's see. Item, and actually, I'll just do this. Show class restricted only. So that'll just show woven items, and there it is. There is that. Oh, let's show the foil one. Ooh. So friendly woven allies have ambushed on the turn they are summoned. And so remember, ambush, you get to deal damage and you don't take any retaliation. And here's the durability. Target opposing ally is attacked by each woven ally that was summoned this turn, if able. So if able just means, as long as it's not doesn't have an ability on it that's keeping it from attacking, or the opposing ally isn't stealthed or hidden in some way that it can't be attacked. So you still have to be able to deal, you still have to be able to do a regular attack. Like you have to have the capability to be able to attack it regularly in order for this to have any effect. And so like with the Lightning Hunter, it came in, it comes in, you get to deal damage with it immediately because it has haste and it's able to make an action the turn it's summoned. And then with this, you're able to activate this and make him attack again because he was summoned that turn. So pretty cool new deck that came around with the new releases, and it's always nice to see new stuff creep into the meta. And obviously, it's doing pretty well for him because I mean, as I said, we take a look. It's at 27,600, so he's made it up to first place. And so maybe I'll take a look at the top 5 people that are in here. Looks like Sammy to Death is using the same kind of deck. We also have a Bloodfang up here, so it's like Time of the Woven, not bad. But again, guys, thanks for watching. This will be the first video in the top ladder players that I'm going to be trying to look at, and I will see you guys with the next one.